Hi everybody, welcome to Sunya IAS. Now today in this video, I'll talk about the CSAT paper of 2026, especially with respect to the provisional answer keys that UPSC gave. Now there is a debate surrounding the answers, especially from the reading comprehension part. So here we'll look at all such questions, plus how to file representations of the question, what all things you can write in the column of author and proof, and what all proofs you can give. So I'll be discussing regarding all of that. Now this paper, 2026 paper, was undoubtedly tough. Passages were lengthy, they were tricky, plus they seemed AI generated. LR and quant section, there were certain easier questions, but those easier questions were disguised with a lengthy questionnaire that they gave. बहुत लंबा क्वेश्चन देके easier concept they might have asked, but the question seemed lengthy. So all of these made the paper difficult also, especially doing in the exam conditions. 2 से 4 के 2.5 से 4.5 के बीच की गर्मी में करना, the paper became very tough in those conditions. Nonetheless, we'll talk about the debatable questions here. Now, first thing, why I said that the passages seemed AI generated. Look at the long dash. Look at the long dash. This is not just for this passage. In the entire paper, you will start seeing such long dash, which mostly AI use. Secondly, comma just before the and. These things suggest कि as it is AI से generate करवा के copy paste कर दिया. This is an editor's error that I usually talk about in my CSAT, in my Trinetra sessions as well. So these things made me question that probably these are AI generated. Second thing, regarding the debate surrounding this, so UPSC gave 1 and 2 as the answer here, but when you read the third statement here, it says India's ancient history had been crafted by contemporary craftsmanship of 230 artisans into creations to behold. Now this word contemporary has two meanings. One is of the modern times, of the same time here, and the second meaning is when we use this in, let's say, contemporary to Buddha, contemporary to Gupta period, so it also has a meaning that contemporary of that age. So here, depending on what meaning you take, here they are talking about using age old techniques. So even though the artisans were of the modern age, they used their craftsmanship of that age. The craftsmanship that they applied here was of that age. So in case you are taking that meaning here, this seems fairly correct to me, and thus the answer should be 1, 2 and 3, but no such answer, no such option was given. तो अगर आप वैसे सोचोगे तो दिस क्वेश्चन कैन बी ड्रॉप्ड, और एल्स दे माइट गिव A and D both as the answer. But again, if they are giving both as the answer, this becomes unfair to those students जिनने 1, 2, 3 सोच के इस क्वेश्चन को छोड़ दिया. Now again, this becomes the discretion of UPSC whether they are dropping this question or else they are giving A and D both as the answer. But this is a question which you can certainly file for representation. Second is this, although यहाँ थोड़ा ज़्यादा दिमाग लगा के थोड़ा फार फेच्ड होके मैं आपको सोल्यूशन बताने वाला हूँ. 4 seems a fairly correct answer to me, but if you see, nowhere in this question they are talking about whether those two boxes that you are making, whether those two boxes, अगर यहाँ तो अलग अलग मैंने ऐसे बना दिया, but can these two overlap or not? In case you can overlap, you can have 2 extra figures. So just 4 boxes if you are making, you will have these 4 options. But if I say that I can overlap the boxes, which the question is not denying that you cannot overlap, if the question is not saying that you cannot overlap the boxes, you certainly can. तो एक ये येलो कलर का बॉक्स बनाया, second is this red one, so this can be a possible figure. Secondly, this, you are seeing the blue one and the yellow one can be the second possible option. That means these two can be a favorable answer too, but again this seems thoda sa far-fetched, but clearly question does not deny this possibility also, and here they are asking how many different patterns are observed. So these two can be a pattern too, अगर थोड़ा extend करके देखा जाए. So 6 can be an answer. I'm sorry to all those जिसका ये सही है, because I know majority of you have given 4 as the answer there in the paper, but हो सकता है if UPSC considers this, they might change it to option C as well, considering these two possibilities. Next, talking about this question. So this is one of the debatable questions. Here it clearly says if oil prices fall, output prices do not and quantities remain the same, real value added should not change. Okay. And if you read the statement 1, you can directly correlate these two statements here and you will say statement 1 should be correct. But again, UPSC has given neither as the answer and there are arguments supporting neither, also giving all sorts of economics wala explanation here. But again, you need to see that this is a passage that is given, and most of the times you have to stay in the realm of the passage what is asked. You do not need to venture out of it. So if you just stay here, whatever is directly said has been written here. So normally your answer should be first is correct and one only should be the right answer. अब there can be argument, sir यहाँ पर should not लिखा है, which becomes very extreme here, and this becomes extreme, so this should be incorrect given all the real situations that you will start considering. So you will say that this also becomes incorrect here. That is why neither 1 and 2 is the answer. Again, I will have the similar argument that this is debatable. You have all the rights to file this representation. If you are giving me this argument that real value should not and should not becomes very extreme, then what do you have to say for the next question? Next question is also having a extreme word here, that is invariably. Invariably sparked fears about the job losses, and here with this, here also they are talking about the conclusions that are there, and UPSC has considered this extreme statement as the answer. यहाँ पर if UPSC has eliminated it because of the extreme of should not, then they should also eliminate this considering the similar nature of it. अब again, दोनों में से एक तो चेंज होना ही चाहिए based on the logic that UPSC is applying there, because it seems extreme here, the should not seems extreme, and if you are considering the real world scenarios, then you should also, with respect to this, if you are eliminating, you should also eliminate this also. You should not be giving 1 and 2 as the answer. So again, you can refer these two passages together and you can give as the you can file for the representation for this. Next is this question. अब यहाँ भी if you start reading the passage कुछ नहीं समझ में आएगा, and if you see just before this question mark there is this dash also, पता नहीं ये कहाँ से आया, but again it seemed like a copy paste to me, this particular statement. Plus if you see the wordings like 40 wings, opprobrium, in normal parlance we do not use such languages, so it seemed very much AI generated to me. Here even I had to refer to what does these mean, what does these language mean. So here it says एक ऐसे कृत्य जिसे अपकीर्ति के रूप में देखा जाता है. If you are referring just to the passage, even though these things might not be directly mentioned in the passage, these are very much in tone with what the passage is saying. So they are in tone with the passage. They are not venturing out of tone, they are not completely out of tone. It is basically saying that when the tennis match is going and if someone takes a nap, it is seen as an insult for the match. This is what it is saying, and here also the tone of the passage is such only. So to me it seems like this should also be the correct statement. Second should also be the correct statement, and you have a fair option for that. 2 and 3 can become a option for this particular question. Next is this with respect to the communication type between different categories that are given to you. Now here UPSC has given 1, 4, 3, 2 as the answer. The debate lies between these two, whether the communication between judge and lawyers, see these communication between judge and lawyers and between vice chancellor and deputy registrar, they will be formal तो है, but which of these is open ended and which of this is firm. And if you see between judge and lawyer, it is kind of an argument that goes on in a court, especially they have written in the court, and in the court it is an argument that goes on, it is a discussion that goes on. And especially if we talk about mediation where judges try to settle the case between the parties, if we consider all those scenarios in the court, then it seems open ended to me. इसका B का 3 होना चाहिए, that means this should be the answer. And for C, which is between vice chancellor and deputy registrar, normally it is the hierarchy that has to be maintained. So it is the vice chancellor that passes on the orders and it is the deputy registrar that follows the order. So it seems to me to be formal and firm. अब यहाँ पर वेरियस प्रूफ्स आर बीइंग सर्कुलेटेड, इसका ऐसे होना चाहिए ऐसे होना चाहिए, बट nonetheless if you are someone who can frame a very logical argument for all of these, you can go and file the representation there. A becomes a logical answer for this. Between judge and lawyers it should be formal and open-ended because there is a two-way interaction that goes on there, but here it seems very one way, that vice chancellor is giving the orders and deputy registrar is following it. Here in this case, when the judge is passing the judgment, then it is firm and formal, but in general if we talk about the court, it is a discussion that goes on. Done. Now here you will be disappointed with me, because to me UPSC answer seems correct, that if x is correct then so is y. So we can prove that if x is correct so is y. Mathematically we can prove this. So even though there are debates going around this, it seems fairly correct to me that one only is the correct answer here. Also with respect to this particular questionnaire based question with respect to the resort, अब यहाँ पर you might have missed that this questionnaire is framed to determine the feasibility of setting up. You are saying कि sir ये भी तो होना चाहिए, food allergies and dietary restriction. Understand this, when you are setting up, what you will see is कि कितने size का family might be coming. So there are people of let's say 4 in a family are coming, or a bigger families are coming for vacation to that particular spot. Accordingly you will decide the size of rooms, because this is the time when you are setting up the resort. So रूम का साइज कितना होना चाहिए, 2 लोग बस कपल आ रहे हैं या कपल के साथ बच्चे भी आ रहे हैं तो 4 लोगों का रूम होना चाहिए. डिपेंडिंग ऑन व्हाट इज द साइज ऑफ द फैमिली, यू विल डिसाइड द साइज ऑफ द रूम दैट यू आर सपोज टू सेट अप देयर. सेकेंडली बजट. So if high-end families, high-class families are coming to that location, or relatively middle-class families are coming to that location, you will set up the amenities or the luxury of the rooms accordingly depending on the budget you will set up. So 1 and 2 has to be there. Third one says number of earners in the family. This becomes redundant because let's say a family is earning 20 lakhs in a year. अब वो 20 lakhs is earned by 2 people, 4 people or just single person, this doesn't matter to you. It is just that the family is coming and the family is well to do to afford that particular place. अगर 20 लाख 40 लाख जितना भी है, you are not concerned with the number of earners, you are just concerned with the budget, that how much budget they are supposed to pay. So third becomes redundant for this particular question. Same way fourth, food allergies and dietary restrictions. This is an operational requirement that you can have, that when the family is coming and they are staying in your resort, then you are asking that what are the allergies that particular family or the particular person might have, and accordingly you will decide their dietary needs and all. But this is an operational matrix. ये setup के time पे नहीं होगा. Setup के time पे these are the things that you are supposed to include in the questionnaire. ये तो जब operate कर रहे हो आप resort, when the resort is already operational, then you will set up all of these. During the time of setting up of the resort, you, in order to determine the feasibility, you will use only 1 and 2. So the right answer should be 1 and 2 only. Again, UPSC has given the right answer here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 या 1 to 4 जो बोल रहे हो, that is incorrect in my opinion. It has to be 1 and 2 only. Now talking about how to file representations, you can log on to upsconline.com or you can directly go to the link that has been given for that. But अगर link नहीं है आपके पास, directly log on to upsconline.com, आप log in करो. Here in the examinations tab, you will see the last option as representation wala filing of representation here. So one online representation portal will open. Here you can select the question number and whatever is the preferred answer. So UPSC has given, let's say, A as the answer here. Whatever you seem is preferred, or else you feel like your option is not there amongst A, B, C, D, you can go for none of these. And for that you can give a proper justification. You can type it here directly that this is my justification for this particular answer. Next, you are supposed to attach the proof. Now 3 proofs are supposed to be given, 3 reference sources are to be given, but for the RC questions you cannot have any reference sources. अब AI से जनरेट कराया तो वैसे भी नहीं हो सकते, ठीक है। पहले होता था दैट द आर्टिकल्स आर गिवन डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम द न्यूज़पेपर आर्टिकल्स एंड ऑल, बट दिस इफ इट इज AI जनरेटेड इवन दे विल नॉट हैव द रेफरेंस सोर्सेस कि ये कहाँ से आया है. So here in the book name you can write self, in the author's name as well you can write self here. पेज नंबर लिखने का कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. Here you can give the image of the question that you are filing for and logical arguments you can write in the file as well. आप यहाँ तो लिखोगे in this justification you will write, but you can give your logical arguments in the file and you can upload PDFs of that. So here in this representation portal you can upload all of it. अगर नहीं है कुछ बुक, कहीं से नहीं मिल रहा है, most probably you will not find any book for this कि ये कहाँ से आया है ये क्वेश्चन. सो इफ यू आर नॉट फाइंडिंग दिस, जस्ट राइट सेल्फ हियर. यू कैन अटैच ऑल द प्रूफ्स फॉर जुडिशरी बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस एंड ऑल ऑफ इट. यू कैन हैव सर्टेन प्रूफ्स ऑल्सो कि dialogue between judges and lawyers and dialogue between vice chancellor and all. You will go to certain websites, judiciary ka books and all, so you might find something with respect to the communication. So if you have that, you can attach that as a proof here as well. Now nonetheless ये जितना भी है ये चलता रहेगा. 31st is the last date. Try to file your representation and then once you are done with the representation filing, irrespective of कि आप कट ऑफ से 2 नंबर 4 नंबर, एक क्वेश्चन 2 क्वेश्चन कितना दूर हो, start preparing for mains. Do not waste any more days in this discussion कि कितना कट ऑफ जाएगा. This should be the last video that you are watching with respect to कि कैसे करना है, क्या करना है. जो हो चुका है बस start finding the representations that are there and then continue with your mains preparation if you are anywhere near the speculated cutoffs. And for this we have the mains bootcamp batch that is also starting on 31st. So you can start with this batch starting from 31st of May. You can directly contact this number. All the details regarding this batch has already been dealt very elaborately, been provided to you. Also we have certain free enrichment sessions being planned directly YouTube पे भी होंगे. If you want to come offline you can register here. I'll drop a Google form link to attend the much awaited enrichment sessions. बहुत सारे enrichment sessions are planned specifically for this year's mains students. Data and facts, keyword session, your judgment session and all. So all of these are planned. Do drop your query in the Google box, in the comment box that is there, or the Google form that is there. Thank you everyone.